Good morning, students. This is Hasna Sukla, and in class 10th, today's topic is revisiting of irrational number. After exercise 1.2, we progress for exercise 1.3. So, before that, some theorems are there and proving of irrationality of a number. So, this is the most important theorem, theorem 1.3. Let P be a prime number. If P divides A square, then P divides A, where A is a positive integer. So before proving this, first we shall see the application of that particular theorem. Suppose P divides A square, that means suppose 3 divides 6 square, that is 3 divides 6 also. See, if P divides A square, then P divides A. So obviously from this application it is clear, if 3 divides 6 square, that is 36, then 3 must divide 6. So now we are going to prove this. Let the prime factorization of A can be written as P is equal to P1, P2, P3 dot dot Pn, where P1, P2, P3, Pn are n distinct prime factor. Then A square, obviously you know, multiplied P1, P2, P3 dot dot Pn again by P1, P2, P3 dot dot Pn. So this becomes P1 square dot P2 square dot P3 square. So if we see, now we are given P divides A square. Therefore, from fundamental theorem of arithmetic, it follows P is one of the prime factor of A square. If P divides A square, that means P is any prime factor of A square. However, using uniqueness of part of the theorem, fundamental theorem of arithmetics, we realize that prime factor A square are P1, P2, P3 dot dot Pn. So P is one of the P1, P2, P3 dot dot Pn. Now since A is equal to P1, P2, P3 dot dot Pn, so P divides A. So this is the proof of this particular theorem. We just use application only, so you just write it and see what is given in this particular theorem. Now we just prove root 2 is an irrational number. So for proving root 2 is an irrational number, we note some points like P divides A square, then P divides A, first thing. The second thing is P or Q. If you have given two numbers P and Q, positive integers, then rational number is P by Q, where P and Q are integers and P and Q are co-prime. This is very important for proving root 2 is an irrational number. Now, let, if possible, let root 2 is rational number, and then it can be written as root 2 is equal to P by Q, where Q does not equal to 0. So P is equal to root 2Q, and this implies P square is equal to 2Q square. This means what? 2 divides P square, and this means 2 divides P. This is one part of the theorem. To prove root 2 is an irrational number. Now, let P is equal to 2C, where C is any integer. C belongs to any Z. So, P is equal to 2Q is there. So, 2C is equal to root 2Q. On squaring both sides, we get 2Q square is equal to 4C square. That means q square is equal to 2c square, and this means 2 divides q square, and this means 2 divides q. So this is the equation number 2, and suppose 2 divides p is the equation number 1. So from 1 and 2 you see 2 is common factor of p and q, which is impossible. Why? You already suppose p and q has no common factor other than 1. Why? Because root 2 is a rational number and it is written as p by q, which is the contradiction that 2 is common factor of p and q. This is the contradiction of the fact that p and q are co-prime, and that's why our supposition that root 2 is equal to p by q is a rational number. This is wrong, and hence what is true? Root 2 is an irrational number. In the same manner you can prove root 3, root 4, root 5, root 7, whatever numbers you have given. And afterwards root 3 is there. This is your homework. And then after, see this question. So that 5 minus root 3 is an irrational number. This is very easy. Suppose 5 minus root 3 is a rational. If possible, suppose 5 minus root 3 is a rational. But here you see 5 is rational but root 3 is irrational. Then you know very well the sum of a rational number and irrational number, or difference of a rational and irrational, is again irrational. That's why this is irrational number. And another method is given in this book. See this method. Let us assume contrary, 5 minus root 3 is rational. So 5 minus root 3 is a by b. So 5 minus a by b is equal to root 3. So 5 is rational and a minus b is already suppose rational. So 5 minus a by b, sum or difference of two rational number, is again rational number. So 5 minus a by b is a rational. This is equal to root 3, and you know very well root 3 is irrational. So 5 minus a by b never equal to root 3. That is, the rational number never equal to the irrational number, and that's why our supposition is wrong that 5 minus root 3 is a rational. Hence 5 minus root 3 is an irrational number. Similarly for 3 root 2 also, simply you can say 3 is rational, root 2 is irrational, and product of a rational and irrational never a rational number. That's why it is an irrational number. So your homework is exercise 1 by 1.3, and you can do it. Thank you for today.